It's Movie Time is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.org.
It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Sommer Marie.
And this is It's Movie Time.
It's Movie Time.
All right, this is what he said.
Oh, okay.
To head west in a car I can't afford with a plan I don't have. Now that sounds like something your love would have said to you a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of the lines from our protagonist in Baby Driver. So is this a romance or what is this movie?
I don't know. It's it for me was like a perfect blend. I'm not a huge action movie person, and I love like speedy cars.
Okay.
They had the Subaru was the opening shot of the tire. I have a Subaru. Love Subarus. I said you had me at Subaru.
Yes.
Should sponsor the show. But it was a nice blend, and I think it was a romance of like humanity and action.
Yeah. And thrown in music.
Oh,
holy!
Man. Yeah.
This has got to be the best of the year.
Yeah, I'm thinking
the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. And the music was almost like a character. I was thinking the car was going to maybe become some sort of character that they typically make in these types of movies. But the music, the music was.
I mean, Summer. Listen, I counted 29 covers in that.
Oh, you did.
Yes.
Ha.
I pulled up the soundtrack, and my gosh, I mean, it begins with that Bell Bottoms by the John Spencer Blues Explosion, and then you get Let's Go Away for a While by the Beach Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you can see what's happening. They're running away from the law.
Yeah.
You've got Easy by the Commodores.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
One of the classics.
Oh, it's a classic, is right. Tequila by the Button Down Brass, and Brighton Rock by Queen. Another Easy by Sky Ferreira.
Little Beck.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yes.
Deborah.
Yeah, exactly, Deborah. And then what I love, the last one, Martha and the Vandellas doing Nowhere to Run.
Yeah. Yes. So good.
You know, this is what I mean, and let me say that he said. This was, oh gosh, I had it somewhere else. Edgar Wright is the director.
Yeah. Surprising?
You know, what do you think?
Well, he did Shaun of the Dead.
He sure did.
Was he part of Ant-Man? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
He didn't direct it.
But he did, it's a trilogy.
Oh,
and it was that Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
And
all these silly
kind of
spoof movies.
Yeah, spoof movies on genres.
Yeah.
So you're talking about mixing everything up, and you're right on, because he loves to play with genres. This one is the heist movie.
Yeah.
And he's making it into kind of a comedy.
Yeah. I didn't see it as I guess I got a little lightness in it, and maybe that was the refreshing thing to an action-packed movie like that. It's good to see. I think that's a cool thing when directors, I don't know if I would call it evolution, but graduating from that spoofy thing to something more substantial, I don't know.
I think his daddy is Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he's just taken Tarantino and he's put in a whole bunch of comedy club in that thing. Because most of these guys are goofballs in one way or the other. That is the men who are doing the heist. And then you have Kevin Spacey, whom we know, you know, from House of Cards and everywhere else. And he's playing a real heavy here.
Yeah. Yeah, legit. He had the best line, though. Got the biggest laugh. Kevin Spacey. Stop quoting Monsters, Inc.
It pisses me off.
Yeah, it was so good.
And that's typical, again, of Tarantino, referring to other films.
Yeah.
And these guys love to do it.
And on the television, when they were flipping through channels, when Baby's character and the old man that he helps, which I'm curious what you think of him and his purpose, but they're flipping through the channels, and Monsters, Inc. was one of the things they flipped through, which I thought was this nice little thing.
Yeah, Edgar Wright is clearly having just a lot of fun with this genre. Now, Baby, played by Ansel Elgort, who's a kind of, a young 20-ish. Good romantic lead because he has that innocence about him that women love.
Yeah.
And he meets his love in a diner.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me something of True Romance.
Yes, for sure. It does.
I know it does.
Less menacing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But awful. I mean, it sounds like, and Baby is driving for these professional heists guys.
Yeah.
They're robbers, and he's
Right.
just a kid. But boy, oh boy, can he drive.
He can drive. And part of it, he listens to music because he's been in a terrible accident, and there's a hum in his drum.
Yes.
Is what Kevin Spacey says.
Yes.
So he listens to music.
He's got maybe a half a dozen iPods, each
Yeah.
one with a different kind of music.
Yeah.
But he's always plugged into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it drives so to speak, drives the movie and drives him driving the car.
Yeah.
And so that's where I think Edgar Wright had said something about this being a musical about a heist.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Especially when he gets out of the car, he does these dances, he's walking across the street.
Yes.
It could have turned into a musical.
You're right, it could have been an LA Story or whatever.
Yeah.
La La Land. Yeah, it could have been La La Land.
I wonder. And it reminds me, only in the music, Guardians of the Galaxy, how music is becoming a really important part.
Wow.
I don't know if you find that to be like a trend.
No, I think, and of course we've been decades working on music as background and music for emotion and music to tell the story. And I think we're, to use your word, we have evolved into a very sophisticated use of music. And some of this music is really old stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
I know, I read it, and it kicks in at the appropriate moment. Doesn't destroy the movie because really Wright is, I mean, you get so much violence, you could almost take a 13-year-old to this.
Yeah, I don't know who did that.
I know, but it's so comic in some way that it takes that edge off of what is so pretty violent.
Yeah, and it wasn't graphic though.
It was
not. I mean,
not.
there's lots of guns, lots of shooting.
Very little blood.
But,
very little blood.
Yeah. I guess it was funny. I'm thinking of the little kid who walked in to kind of survey the bank. And he knew he had like an inventory of the whole place.
Wasn't that great? Yeah. Baby was checking the bank out.
Yeah.
Or the post office in this case.
Yes.
We're going to get. And the little kid, and Doc, Kevin Spacey, the guy who's overseeing everything, sends his nephew.
Yeah, and to make it more legit. Right.
The nephew is scoping out the whole place.
Yeah.
And before Baby, who's no piker when it comes to checking things out, before Baby's able to make his decision, this kid has got every camera, every customer.
Criminal in training.
I thought he was great.
Yeah.
Though we didn't get to see him again. That was disappointing.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this movie. It was like a nice, tight movie where there were actually, to me, a lot of not very developed characters.
I agree.
And yet it was enough. I don't know. I felt like it was enough. There wasn't over detailed.
Boy, but he was on the edge of losing some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he has little sequences where people came back to testify in Baby's supporting Baby, and there were characters that we could have had some more of, and that Wright brought them back so that they could testify for him. So he's apparently was conscious of that, but I think he is vulnerable to saying, hold it, Edgar.
Yeah.
You got enough already.
Yeah,
Don't,
too many characters.
Right,
too many characters to remember.
I also really like John Hamm in this.
Yeah, he was very good.
All right, forget Mad Men. This guy can act.
Yeah, he was good. And there was this, you just think he's never going to die. And I was like, is this going to be a thing now? He's like, not mortal.
Yes. and
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, Jamie Foxx was great.
He was great. You really hated him.
And he's got the street lingo down.
Yeah.
He's certainly done that before.
Yeah.
But he's good on this one.
Yeah.
I love the little sequence where he's psyching out. He's psyching out Ham, is it?
Oh, yeah.
And telling you what he is, what kind of a Wall Street guy.
And sizing him up.
Sizing him up.
Yeah.
I mean, just those are great Great moments.
And the details were great too, like the little everyone had neck tattoos.
Oh,
and the
right,
couple
right.
that was in love had his and her. It said his and her.
Get out of here.
Yes,
How did you see that?
I can see into the future.
Oh,
with
how?
my contacts.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't believe it. It was so perfect because they're super in love.
Yes.
And they're these criminals. But then, of course, something bad happens to this guy's love, and he wants to take away something that baby loves.
Yeah, boy. Now remember,
I don't want to give too
baby
much away.
is called Baby Driver,
Mm-hmm.
and he is a baby driver.
Yeah.
He is the baby of the group.
Yeah.
And you're right. And so far, he's lost his mother, who was a singer.
Yeah.
And apparently, I think his new love, the diner
Yeah.
lady, let me get her straight. Her
Lily
name.
James.
Deborah.
Oh, Deborah. Yeah.
Deborah
Mm-hmm.
is now, as you would say, what he really wants in life.
Yeah.
He's not going to let anybody come in between.
And his hearing, though, the ability to listen to music.
Yes.
So.
And you asked me about the older man that he was taking care of.
Yeah. Yeah, at first I thought it was great. Made sense to me that he was taking care of this guy because it brought out his hearing problem too. But for a minute I thought, now what real purpose does that guy serve? And I guess to show him as not just this mixed up kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of offsets the rough world that he has become a part of as a driver and takes him into the domestic, which is softer.
Yeah.
And you mentioned what I think is an important motif there, the hearing motif,
Mm-hmm.
where apparently the older man is deaf.
Right.
And so, and actually our protagonist is deaf in some sense.
Yeah.
He's listening to his own music and nobody else's.
Right.
So when they exchange through sign language. I think those are really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's when he's talking, and he talks the most almost.
Yes, he does.
Via the sign language.
Yes.
He's usually very quiet with language. Yeah.
Oh. Sommer Marie, I think we had too much fun.
We did.
Do you think it was that happy hour before?
It might have been.
Might have been.
Got me attuned to this.
Right. So now we have to become adults,
Gotcha.
and we have to award a grade to Baby Driver.
Okay.
And Sommer Marie, what grade would you award Baby Driver?
You know what? I don't know if this is grade inflation, but I'm going to give it an A because I mean, it really won me over as an action movie. So,
All right.
Good one.
In order to establish our cred, I'm going to award it an A-.
Okay. That was good.
Perhaps because of our too many characters, but I love the fact we both say this is an A movie. This is probably one of the best movies of the year.
Yeah.
Certainly one of the best movies of the summer.
Right.
And
I agree.
since we took both 6-year-old,
We took nearly 6, maybe 5.
13 there.
I covered his eyes.
But they're fairly sophisticated.
Everybody loved it. That's the thing. The whole family loved
Yes,
it. So you know
alright.
you've got a winner there.
All right, Baby Driver.